Hello and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if this is your first time. Very pleased that you could join me today. We are going to take a look at the weekly psychic forecast for this week, which is commencing Monday the 10th of January 2022. So I'm going to carry on with the format that we used over the festive season, which is actually looking at the week as a whole, but also going day by day. And there will be timestamps below so that you can check back throughout the week if you need to have another look at a specific day, just to help you out there. Let me know if this format works for you, or if you preferred the old type where we just do a bit of an overview of the whole week, or if you prefer day by day. Great. Okay, let's get going. So I've done a bit of an overview for you. I've pulled some cards just to look at the week as a whole, and then we'll go day by day. So just as a beginning, this week's overview, the cards I actually intended to pull 3 cards from 3 different decks for each day and for the overview, but I ended up with 4, as it happens sometimes. I'm an intuitive reader, so I tend to go with it. You know, spirit know better than we do, so if they guide you to do something other than what you're expecting to, then there's always a good reason for that, so it's always best to go with it. It's an interesting week for sure. Now I'm going to show you the cards. We have number 1, Prosperity Begins. We have the 5 of Autumn. Okay. And again, I'm using 3 different packs here. The first card is from the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. The second one is from the Fairy Tarot by Radleigh Valentine. And the actual 3rd and 4th cards in this one are from the Oracle of the Fairies by Karen Kay. Yeah, it's behind me there. All my cards are, well, not all of them. A selection of my cards are up here. I have a lot more than that. Yeah, so there's our first 2 cards. I'll just let you have a good look at those. Have a little look. See what you sense, see what you pick up as well, because you may be able to pick up other aspects that are very individual to you, very personal to you. So I'd like you to have a look at the cards as well, so you have an opportunity to see what jumps out at them for you in particular. And then we have Solitude and Stargazing as well. Look at these beautiful fairy cards. Really, really beautiful. There we go. Very peaceful. Very calm cards, these 2. So just looking at these 4 cards. So what my guides are telling me with these 4 cards, and this is for everyone or anyone who is guided to listen to this particular message. We are looking at some people feeling a very, very strong desire for a change of career, a change of direction in life, not just about work, but work is definitely going to come up because money is absolutely an issue with this grouping of cards here. It may feel like you really want to have a bit of a change, but maybe feel restricted financially, like that's not a possibility for you right now. And certainly it feels almost like the intuition might be at war with the mind, the conscious mind, because the ego mind is going to jump in and tell you all the reasons you can't do the thing that you want to do, or can't make the change that you want to make, or you can't move to the country you want to move to, you know, and it will play tricks, and there will certainly be a lot of concern about money that comes up this week. So the suggestion here is to actually spend some time in meditation, in particular, spend time looking at the stars, maybe literally studying astrology if that's appealing to you at the moment, because the stars are coming up a very, very strong theme. So there is a connection as well with off-world beings, the star nations. So you may actually be a person that receives messages from these beings. So do pay attention, because they're very much there with us at the moment, very much wanting to help and support us, sending us healing, sending us love and support, so that we can make the changes in our lives that we want to, that maybe we think we can't. Maybe we think we're restricted, particularly by money or by logic or science, and we're actually not. So yeah, things may not be exactly as they appear to be. Yeah, and things that may seem impossible right now that we want to do actually may become possible later on in the year. So even if right now you have this idea, this plan, or this dream, and you think, oh, that's impossible, I could never do that, it may actually become possible later this year, 2022, because it has such a strong energy of being able to go to extremes, being able to really go to the opposite polarity, and making really big changes. So that's actually a really positive thing, although it's going to make it a little bit turbulent. A little bit. Understatement of the year. Very turbulent. Okay. So let's take a look day by day now. We're going to go to Monday. Let's dive into Monday's energy. So the cards we have for Monday, we have Triumph, we have the Two of Winter. Okay, just let you look at those for a moment. And we also have the Fairy card, which is Moon energy, which is very beautiful. Okay, right. All right. Now, Monday, it's interesting because Monday is literally Moon Day. So I really love that we've got the Moon energy card coming up because that's coming through quite strongly. It's a very mysterious energy. But Monday's energy is almost, it's kind of back and forth. It's almost schizophrenic. It's almost 2022 in a nutshell. You know, it's back, forth, back, forth. Can't decide. 1 minute you can, then you can't. It's a very bad day for making decisions because literally 1 minute you'll think you definitely want to do this, another minute you'll think you definitely want to do the complete opposite or something totally different. So if you have any important decisions to make, you might want to put that off or be very, very careful or meditate and take some time to really breathe and contemplate before making any important decisions. If it's just about what sandwich to have for lunch, it really doesn't matter, but you may end up with something bizarre. So there is that. That could certainly make it more interesting. Yeah, so on Monday, don't worry, go with the flow, find the balance in the center where you can, where it is possible, and accept that this is just going to be one of those years where we do go back and forth rather a lot and very fast as well, that with the speed of, you know, the horseman on the Triumph card, very, very fast, because it comes in with intuition as well. So it's almost like intuition fighting the mind, but also the mind fighting itself, the intuition having different ideas, picking up different energies, not quite knowing what to do with them. So it's quite a confusing energy on Monday. It is what it is. And if you can just kind of roll with it, don't take anything too personally or too seriously, you'll be fine. So let's just take a look at Tuesday. Okay, so card number one is Harmony. This is very often quite a nice card, but again, it's about polarities and choices again, and it's number 6. Eight of Spring. Okay. And again, we have 2 fairy cards for this one. I wasn't intending to take 2, but that's what we've got. We've got healing and moderation, which actually do complement each other quite nicely. If you look at these beautiful fairies here, healing and moderation. Very often our healing is a lot about being careful about what we do and doing things in moderation and avoiding the things that are bad for us, like stress or the wrong types of foods and drink and alcohol and things like that. So toxic situations, toxic people, toxic energies, toxic food, you know. So Tuesday, again, there's still quite a busy back and forth energy. So if you're working in an office, it might feel like your feet don't touch the ground for the first couple of days, or in any kind of place of work. I normally think of an office because that's where I used to work, so that's kind of where I go to. But I feel on Tuesday's energy, we're going to be presented with a choice. It feels like you have the option to step back in some way and actually focus on your well-being a bit more. There's certainly a suggestion that that would be the right thing to do. It might be the beginning of a slightly longer plan because this doesn't feel like a short-term thing. This feels like a much longer-term change that's being suggested, maybe guided by your spirit guides. Maybe it's something you've been feeling coming for a while. So there is, of course, the reminder not to overeat. We all need to take adequate care of our bodies, of our minds, our emotions. You know, it's been a very stressful couple of years. Very, very important that we pay attention to that. And Tuesday may actually provide an opportunity to think of a new way or a better way to do that, or just a reminder to do it. Yeah, so if you feel drawn to take some extra steps to help with your own well-being, maybe avoid those cakes that someone's brought in, the donuts that are there for someone's birthday. Maybe, you know, that'll be the first day to start saying no, making some positive changes for your well-being there. And that will actually help you set you in good stead for the rest of the year. It would be the moment. But as I said, it is still a very back and forth energy. So again, it might feel a little bit turbulent, a little bit unsettling. So again, just go with it on Tuesday. Wednesday is actually a much more positive day this week, which is interesting because very often Wednesday is a difficult day. We're tired. We're halfway through the week. You know, we've kind of had enough on a Wednesday. So Wednesday's cards, we have the solar plexus chakra, which is showing up, reminding us to work on our self-worth. and reminding us that we are worthy, that we are beautiful children of God and of the universe. We also have the Princess of Spring, and we have Celebration. These are very fun cards. Okay, so a real fun energy coming through on Wednesday, which makes it a much more optimistic day. There's feelings of happiness, self-worth may be higher than usual, but there's also a desire to do less work. So you might be feeling a bit lazy, feeling like sloping off on Wednesday. So if you can take Wednesday off, great. If you can't, just be aware that it may not be your most productive day, because that there may just be too much going on around you in your place of work or at your school, or wherever you are, or in your home life, depending on what you do for a living or otherwise. Yeah, so try and allow yourself some playtime, because you're really going to need it. It's like your inner child just really wants to come out and play on Wednesday. It also highlights art, crafts, creative pursuits. It's a really, really good day for those things as well. So if you're feeling like you want to do something fun, maybe sit down with your kids and draw pictures with them, or do some fun things with them, or get your own art supplies out if you've forgotten and neglected them, and get the paint box out and have a little go and see what comes through, because it's quite an inspired day, and it reminds us just how gifted and how special each one of us are. So you might be able to create something really quite special on Wednesday. Okay, so Thursday. Right. Now, Thursday comes in with quite a different energy. So the cards we have here, we've got number 3, Recognition and Reward. We have the 2 of Summer. Okay. And Go Outside, Fairy. She's kind of self-explanatory, but there is more to this one than meets the eye. So Thursday, it's interesting. There's a very reconciliatory energy on Thursday this week. So if you fell out with someone earlier on in the week, so at school, at work, at home, wherever, at the shops, particularly on Monday and Tuesday, because it's quite combative energy on Monday and Tuesday, this will be a good week, a good day to make up with them. The energy is very much one of compromise, and there is a possibility for peace, which also brings a possibility for resolving bigger problems or issues that have been going on for a longer time. Or if you fell out with someone last year, Thursday is actually a good time to reach out to them. The energy is a lot more settled, it's a lot more accepting, and I think people will have a better perspective of who other people are in their lives, rather than just judging them on one argument. They'll remember all the nice things that you did for them and how you supported and helped them previously. So it is a good day for that. It is also a good day to try and solve a puzzle or find the answer to a dilemma, and a peaceful solution is actually indicated if you spend some time thinking about that, or contemplating a longer term problem that can possibly find a resolution on Thursday. And it is a very gentle energy, and it's also a reminder that we can feel a lot calmer and make much more sensible decisions when we spend time outside, because that helps us to ground our energy. So again, it's that Go Outside Fairy. She's reminding us that it's not just about going outside and getting some fresh air, like your mother said, or running off your energy when you were a child and she wanted you out the house. It's much more than that. It's very much about grounding yourself, grounding your energy, so you feel that you're actually in your body, not up here going at 100 miles. Sorry, not up here going 100 miles an hour. So you actually feel like a human being, and not like, like a headless chicken. Okay. So Friday. I knew we were somewhere, right? Okay, Friday. So today's cards. Now, these are quite different. Again, quite a different energy on Friday. So the first card here is a number 3, Heartache and Loss. And you may have noticed we've had a few days so far which have all had a number 3, at least one number 3 coming up. There's a lot of 3s in the cards this week, and there's another 3 that I've actually already pulled for Saturday as well. And it's quite an interesting theme. And 3 is about new beginnings, new plans, new blueprints, and actually a new design for life. And that is very much an kind of overarching theme for the beginning of this year. We are going to see a lot of 3s coming up in the numerology and in the cards. So we have Heartache and Loss, not a great card to see. We also have a 3 of Autumn. Okay. And we have Journey from the Fairies. All right. So this is very much a difficult day. I've got stuck feelings, feeling stuck at work, stuck in your career, stuck in your lifestyle, feeling frustrated, not being able to move forwards. If you're struggling on Friday, start making a list of or making plans, writing some things down of things that you actually want to do and want to achieve, even if you're not sure how you're going to do them yet. And that will help you to feel less stuck because you'll have something to focus on. Um, or if you've already written plans, maybe review them. Just go over them again, have another look at your vision board, remind yourself of what it is you are trying to manifest, even if it feels like you can't do that right now. You can, all right, you can do it. It may just not feel like it on Friday. It's a very sticky, stuck energy. You might feel like you're walking through glue, like nothing's moving, nothing's going how you want it to, which is a shame because Friday can be quite a fun day, but it doesn't feel like a fun Friday this week for a lot of people. Um, yeah. So if your life isn't how you want it, plan to change it. And there is no time like the present. So maybe sit down and write yourself a new 5-year plan or 1-year plan on Friday. And that will help you to feel a lot more positive, and to focus your energies as well on manifesting that new lifestyle, that new life for yourself, that whole new way of living, because that's actually where we're going. Everything's going to be changing over the next few years, and it'll either change how we want or how somebody else wants it to. So it should really be you that makes the decisions for your life. Just going to say that now. It should be you, so make it you. Okay. So, moving on to Saturday. Okay, Saturday is an interesting one. So we have again a number 3 card, fertility. We have the 6 of summer. Okay, and we have manifestation. So this is carrying on from Friday's frustrated energy, where we're being reminded that we have to manifest our own lives and create the lives that we want. The reminder comes through quite strongly on Saturday that everything has its roots in the past. Okay, everything that's come before us or in our lives affects our present and our future. So there's very strong new blueprint energy for Saturday. It's very, very strongly in this card. Absolutely. And this beautiful cosmic egg here and the heart chakra lit up. So it's manifesting, creating from the heart for all the right reasons. And then her hair's growing out like a big tree. It's very beautiful, very powerful. Yeah, so maybe spend some time on Saturday thinking about new plans, new life, new way of living, how you want it to be, how you want to manifest it. But also, you may find yourself feeling a little bit nostalgic or thinking about the past on Saturday. There's certainly an energy of nostalgia coming up. But I would remind you to think about, how has the past shaped you? How has it shaped your childhood and your experiences? Are you still reacting to things in ways that belong in your childhood? Are you still acting in ways that maybe you should have left behind? And Saturday will highlight some of those things, and you may find yourself quite nostalgic thinking about it. So nostalgic memories are not always accurate ones. In fact, we can really see the past through rose-tinted glasses sometimes, and that just doesn't help at all. Plus, you can't go backwards. You can't go back in time. We are in this paradigm where we are experiencing linear time, and we cannot go backwards and forwards. We can only go in one direction, and we can only exist in the now. Okay, so bring yourself back to the now. This is where you live. This is where you're empowered. Okay, the past is the past. How things were 2 years ago is how they were 2 years ago. That's neither here nor there. Okay, you are here now. What are you going to do with it? That's the question I want you to ask yourself on Saturday. So there is also a reminder for some people not to live in the past on Saturday and to come into the present moment, because this is all there is. It's the only thing that's really real. So, Sunday. Sunday, our first card is number 2, intuition. Then we have 18, the moon. And lastly, we have nature's signs from the fairies. So this is very, very feminine energy, very gentle, intuitive energy with all of these cards coming through. Very strong goddess energy coming through here. And I am showing that this is actually a very, very intuitive day, very good for meditation, for psychic work, for contemplation, magical ritual, prayer. It's a very feminine energy on Sunday, and you may actually be drawn to learn about the moon, or about aspects of the feminine, the divine feminine, the goddess, the goddesses from different pantheons. that may have a particular influence on you or that resonate for you. So very mystical, feminine energies. So see where it takes you. It might feel a little bit dreamy at times. You might not feel particularly grounded, or you might feel that you want to spend your time meditating or hiding away or doing self-healing work, which is a wonderful thing to do. So might not be the best day to try and get things done because it is a very gentle energy. It's a day that really belongs to magical or spiritual pursuits this week more than even usual, because Sunday can be quite a spiritual day. So I would say try to plan at least for some time to spend in meditation, contemplation, prayer. So what I've done as well for this week is I have pulled a motivator card, actually from a different deck. This one is from the Messenger Oracle behind me here, because I wanted to motivate everyone. I know it's not the easiest of weeks, it's very up and down, okay? And I thought it would be nice just to give us all a little bit of a boost and help us through the week. So the motivator card for this week is not a completely naked man. Sorry. I don't want to get a YouTube strike. This is 40, see yourself in nature. Okay, so very, very beautiful symbolism here of the divine masculine, of our natural nature, of the original self, of the pagan god as well. It's very beautiful symbolism, very connected to the earth, very earthy. It's also very heart-centered, very beautiful, connected to trees. There's the symbolism of oak and ivy comes through quite strongly here as well, but also the heart chakra and coming from the heart in all things. So with this card, the message that we have to motivate us this week is to remember to go outside. Okay, feel the sun on your skin, breathe the air. We are part of nature. We are not a disease or a virus on this planet, you know. We belong here. It's disrespectful to this beautiful incarnation and to God, to the divine, to suggest that we should not be here or that we don't belong on this planet. We absolutely belong, or we wouldn't be here. Okay, we are very, very connected to nature, to Gaia, to Mother Earth, you know, to the natural world, to the universe. But we've forgotten a lot of that connection. You know, some of the older tribes still have it. They still have some of the wisdom, some of the knowledge, although a lot has been forgotten or destroyed intentionally sometimes. But it's very much there. And all that happens is when we forget this stuff, it just lies dormant within us. It never goes away. Our instincts, our natural instincts, and our connection is always, always there. It's just waiting for us to remember. So I would try to remind you that there is nothing to fear in this lifetime. There is nothing to fear in this world. We belong here. It's okay. We are not destroying the planet. We are not we're not terrible creatures doing dreadful things. We are an aspect of the divine, each one of us. We're a pure, beautiful soul. We are here for a very important reason. We are here for the divine to experience itself as a human being, okay? And we belong here, and there is plenty of time for us to do all of the things that we want to do. But I think for us to feel truly empowered and truly one, it can really help to go outside. That's where you will feel the connection most strongly, with your feet, bare feet if possible, in the grass, on the ground. It's a bit cold right now, so that may not be possible. So maybe just touch the ground with your hands, touch a tree with your hands, let that ground your energy. That can really bring feelings of peace. So it's just that reminder to keep us motivated this week. We belong here. We're here for a very important reason right now. This is a very important incarnation. I can't stress that enough. If you're here right now, this is a very big one. So you are here for a good reason. You are loved and you are important. Okay. So that's the end of this week's weekly forecast. I hope that was helpful to you. Please do remember that you can come back and dip in as you need to. I will put the timestamps for each day below. Absolutely welcome your comments. Please do give me a like and remember to subscribe to the channel. I'll be eternally grateful if you can do that, and I will see you again soon.